Thanks, John.
Thank you.
Elaine Tola, John Gillespie, Nikki meets the Hibachi.
And we would like to really thank Ramona Martinez, who was playing here just a few minutes ago, because she had a capo that wasn't even her own, and she loaned it to us.
Thank you, Ramona.
There you go. Thank you, Ramona.
Thank you, Ramona. I guess we'll see you later.
You guys go into the cave later now.
Yeah. Well, Elaine is. I'm going to yonder.
Wait, you needed the capo, Elaine's going to yonder?
No, I needed
I
some.
mean,
No,
other way
I
around?
had a capo.
Oh, okay.
No. Yep, I flew out of the house Friday after work, threw everything in there except for my capo, which was sitting right, and I got all the way to 40. And I was like, if I turn around now, I'm going to be absolutely late.
Yeah, and then this weather on a Friday afternoon.
Yeah, so that's when I started doing the feverish
We
texting and...
Well,
We should keep some like big rubber bands here at least.
yeah, or an intern who can just reach over their
Kirk,
finger
I'm
and
surprised you didn't have a capo handy.
Well, I do. I have a bunch of them because I'm like obsessive compulsive.
I told John we
But
could
I don't have
MacGyver
my-
something
I
out of
didn't
2
play my guitar
hairpins.
tonight. I played it pre-recorded. Otherwise, I would have had a whole passel full. But you are here, and we're delighted to see you. And did you ever think in 1988 that you would be here in 2024?
Oh my gosh, no. Yeah. I mean, I was 18.
I was 20.
Yeah.
My goodness.
And who
We were just babies.
who thinks about 24 years in advance when you're 18?
Oh, you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't. Wow.
A lot of people have heard the
30.
story, but tell us about where the name of the band, which is intriguing, came from.
Well, Nikki is a small dog that belongs to Elaine's sister. And a hibachi, as you know, is a very small grill. And it was...
Just big enough for a small dog.
Exactly. I mean, the
my
size... it's a perfect fit.
Continuation of last night.
We did not in any seriousness threaten or harm this dog,
Yes, that's right.
Nikki. But
We love Nikki.
it was a phrase that I said while we were cooking dinner, and I liked it a lot for a band name. I was really obsessed with the fact that it had a verb.
And we'd had a few beers, and I
Surprise.
agreed to something, and I woke up the next morning thinking, did I actually agree to that being our band name?
With that
Because
song,
Nikki was just used to just yap at John, and so, yeah, it was just like an idle threat that popped out of his mouth, and then the next thing I know, he's like, hey.
so that song you just played, is that a more recent tune or one from way back?
That's one from way back. It was probably from '91. I think was about the time when that was written, and it was the only song we've ever in our, 35-year partnership ever written together. But we didn't really write it together. Like she had a part, I had a part. We just fused them together, and that became the song.
It worked.
Well, we're delighted that you're with us and want to get as much of your fine music in as we can. So what do you have for us next?
And by the way, Grace Campbell says, next time you need a capo, call her.
Will do.
She's awesome. I hope she didn't, get in the car. I hope I caught her in time.
She was caught in time.
Elaine,
good.
can I ask a favor? Can we move the mic a little closer to your face so we can? I want to make sure we get all the wonder of your voice.
You're very kind. Thank you. How's that? Is
Awesome.
that better?
That's perfect. Yes, thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, sure. Yeah. The haphazardness of all this is all my fault because I was late getting here and I didn't have a capo, but we're here now, and this
For
is
the
awesome.
kindness of strangers.
That's right. Yep.
And
Ramona's from
the benefit
Charlottesville,
is-
by the way.
The benefit is you get to hear Ramona and the Holy Smokes, and we've not heard Ramona and the Holy Smokes. We just heard Ramona, and it was really good.
Good. Good.
Yeah,
Nice.
she's a good singer. Isn't she?
Yeah.
Nice. So I'm happy for them and their gig. Speaking of Atlanta, that's where my sister lived and had her small dog, Nikki. I actually wrote the song on one of our many trips down there to Atlanta. It's called Running in My Sleep. 2, 3, 4.
It's on one.
Oh, shoot. See? Here I was thinking,
Capo malfunction.
yeah, another one. My head's not exactly in the game here, guys. I'll get it in a second. Music usually does that. Gets me right. Okay. That's better, isn't it? It'll be easier to sing, too. Guess I'll have to read about it in the papers. I heard the siren scream last night. It woke me from a dream I had of you. I just want to know you're all right.
I've been running in my sleep. My soul is troubled by bad dreams. I reach out for a hand to hold.
Your arms surround me. The skyline of the city casts a shadow. You've been gone for what seems like hours. I've got some things I've been meaning to say to you. We haven't talked in a while.
I've been running in my sleep. My soul is troubled by bad dreams. I reach out for a hand to hold.
Your arms
I've been running in my sleep. My soul is troubled by bad dreams. I reach out for a hand to hold.
Your arms surround
Around me.
I've been running in my sleep. My soul is troubled by bad dreams. Reach out to
hand to hold.
your arms surround
Around me.
It was beautiful.
The message board is moving. Like
Got a
there's
message.
motion in the messages.
Who messaged us?
Mary Rocap says,
Everybody.
beautiful blending. Michael Paris says, hey, everybody, I love you.
Those are two of my favorite people in the world.
Sid Louise says, that's the kindness of strangers is why I'm listening from Dayton, Ohio. And it just goes on and on. And, of course, free capos coming in from all over the place.
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome.
yeah. We'll,
Thank you, Sid. Thank you, Michael. Thank
give
you,
him
Mary.
my mailing address,
Right?
right? Send him. Apparently, I need more than just one for each guitar.
So, Elaine, you came back from Virginia. Is it a couple years now?
Little over a year and a half now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And since you've been back, has that energized the group, or you did
Oh, yeah.
well being separated.
It is lovely not to have just one rehearsal before a show. Because we used to, like, I would drive up to Charlottesville or Farmville before that, and we would practice, and then the following week, Elaine would come down for whatever gig we had. So we played like 4 times a year. You know,
Oh,
it was
That's not enough.
yeah.
yeah.
So I mean, now it's much easier to do things and to play things that are where we're like only playing a few songs or something. Like we're just being local is so great.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm super happy to be back.
And shows coming up?
Yes, we got plenty of things. We're playing 2 more shows this summer. Well, this season, at the Beer and Banjo series at 401 Main.
In
One
Carrboro.
one in late August and one in early November. I think it's the 20. I can't remember what the date on the August one is, but I think it's. And I'm not sure about the.
The August one is like, I don't know, the 26th, I
or
think,
something,
which is
maybe?
like the last Wednesday of August. So it'll
Yeah.
be nice and warm outside.
We
So
always
where-
find it by looking for Beer and Banjos.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. Beer and Banjo's Carrboro. Yeah,
And
yeah.
what
We're
is your
also ha-
what is your preferred website or social media presence so people can follow you?
Facebook. If you look up, we're the only Nikki Meets the Hibachi on Facebook.
Yep.
That's amazing.
I know.
I know, right?
Go figure.
Are you still
yeah.
on MySpace? I saw a link there to MySpace.
You know, all of
Oh.
our content is gone magically.
yeah, like
but,
everybody's.
but yeah, I think it was
Is
sometime.
MySpace still here, Bob?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
But we have a couple of other shows as well that we wanted to tell you about. One is at the Eno House.
What a great venue.
Oh yeah, gosh, we
Yeah.
adore that place. And we're playing a really special show. We're opening up for a friend of ours that played on some recordings we did in the around 2010. His name is Matthew Brookshire, and he's from North Carolina and used to follow us when he was a high school student at North Carolina School of the Arts.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's an accomplished musician and
Yes.
songwriter, and
But he's been doing this show he calls the Lesbian Songbook, which is about him talking about growing up queer in North Carolina, and then how much lesbian singer-songwriters sort of gave him the scaffolding to understand what he was going through. And
How about that?
yeah, so it's like a 75-minute show. That's and we're going to be opening for that because he's shared a lot of shows with us in the early, like around 2010.
And the
era.
date of that one?
And that is October 23rd.
Okay.
yeah, it's
It is
a Wednesday.
Y'all, if you don't know about the Eno House, you need to know about the Eno House. Just go out and Google it, Eno House, Hillsboro. Just a fantastic listening room. It's an old Methodist church, decommissioned Methodist church. You can walk in, you can bring your bottle of wine with you. It's fine. It is, in fact, a BYO food and drink. They got the pews in there, lots of chairs. It sounds great.
Tables. Yeah,
They
it's really
are,
nice.
it is all of, by, and about musicians when you get there. And it is just a wonderful, intimate space. And they're getting such great shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. And there's one other show that we're playing as well, which is at the Cat's Cradle back room. We're going to be opening up for Jackson Petty's. Oh my God, Elaine, you were going to talk about this.
No, you're
Sorry,
fine. Yeah.
Jackson Petty's album release party. He's the one who organizes the Beer and Banjos, and Elaine knows his dad.
Yeah. Well, I
Charles
think
Petty.
we all know
I think
Charles.
we all know Charles.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yep. So we're really excited about that. I think Charles can be playing with him. So that's gonna be a really fun show.
And that's November 21st.
Or everybody, you can just stay right here.
And listen right now.
Or both.
The last time I played at the Eno House, it was opening up for the songwriter of this next song, the fabulous Alexa Rose. This is our rendition of the first song I ever saw her perform, which was about 2 years ago at the Cradle Back Room. She was opening for River Wireless from Asheville, and it's a song called Anywhere, Ohio. It was kind of brand new at that point. I hope it comes out on whatever record she puts out next. Oh, I should probably turn my guitar on. Columbiana, is in her white gown with the autumn, and she lets her hair down. Columbiana seems like a nice town. I'm gonna leave her, but I thought twice about it, because I fall in love anywhere, Ohio. Yes, I fall in love anywhere, Ohio. Columbiana, how late do you sleep? You sell your paintings around here for real cheap. I didn't buy one, now I regret it. Felt like October, soon I'll forget about it, because I fall in love anywhere, Ohio. Yes, I fall in love anywhere, Ohio. Columbiana, just for the winter. There's no one parked at the garden center, and with my right foot down on the pedal, another year's passed when I didn't settle. No, I want to, I can't keep her going downhill. This feels steeper, 'cause I fall in love anywhere, Ohio. Yes, I fall in love anywhere, Ohio. Yes, I fall in love anywhere, Ohio. Yes, I fall in love with anywhere, Ohio.
Y'all sound so good.
Thank you.
So tell us, how is your songwriting experiences coming along these days?
I've written about 4 songs this year. I kind of write. I know a lot of friends who do like the song challenges, like with prompts and stuff like that. And I'm trying to be a better parent to all of my songs, like actually give them more life. I wrote a lot when I was a teacher and barely performed. So now I'm trying to not. I'm retired from teaching now, which is a blessing. I mean, I loved teaching, but it's nice to have time. But I'm trying to be a better custodian of those songs and actually get them out in the world and let people hear them, as opposed to just playing them for my cat.
Well, I'm sure
Elaine,
the cat
how-
enjoyed it.
How about you, Elaine?
I am in what a friend of mine calls the stuck place. I've got a lot of little things percolating, but they're just kind of stuck under the surface. Like I can't get them to pop up through the soil just yet. So there's some things percolating. I just haven't, it's been a lot coming back and getting settled and starting a new job and the other stuff that's going on. It's just been a lot. So I've got a little notebook that's full of little tidbits, little lines and whatnot. But typically when I write a song, if it's a song that I like that I've written, usually I'll just pop it out in like 20 minutes. Like it'll just be there. And that hasn't happened to me in a while. So
But it sounds like you're not putting a lot of pressure on yourself. You're just going to let it come when it does.
yeah, I'm not.
That's good.
I've got pressure from all kinds of other areas, and I want the music to be a thing that's like love and, good and supportive. And so if I put pressure on myself, I would enjoy it a lot less.
But
So
it also sounds like you're still doing the work. You're still building up that architecture. So
Yeah.
ideas strike you and you're writing them down. And so when the muse decides to strike again, you have all of this stuff ready to go.
yeah,
So you're not just putting off to the side and not doing it.
that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Well, we have to do some business at the top of the hour, but we have a nice little chunk of time, perfect amount of time for one song before then.
Okay.
And this is a song called Rumors. And all these songs that we're playing today are ones that, some of them are kind of revamped versions of the originals, and this is one of them. So it wasn't written in the open tuning that I'm using now. I'll tell you about that later after the hour. It's called Rumors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Listening to rumors instead of talking it out. Leaving every whisper insinuation. Nothing that comes out of my mouth. Everything your girlfriend said confirmed the doubts that were in your head. Something that the neighbor saw, but he wasn't sure because it was dark. We had a lifetime we had promised to share, but you circled the wagons and said I should beware. And my heart is loud enough for you to hear. Listening to rumors instead of talking it out. Believing every whisper insinuation, but nothing that comes out of my mouth. A little later, getting home, then I had said when I left that dawn. A phone call in the middle of the night that you picked up, no one on that line. Oh, well, I keep promising nothing to fear, but you circled the wagons and said I should beware. And my heart is loud enough for you to hear. Listen to rumors instead of talking it out. Believing every whispered insinuation, but nothing that comes out of my mouth. Oh, everything your girlfriend said confirmed confirm the doubts that were in your head. Listen to rumors instead of talking it out. Believe in every whisper, insinuation, but nothing that comes out of my mouth. Listen to rumors instead of talking it out. Believe in every whisper, insinuation, but nothing that comes out of my mouth, 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 my mouth.
Nikki meets the Hibachi live
Thanks,
here in the
guys.
studio. Y'all have made it through the first half hour of the show.
Nice. Thank you.
And we are WHUP LP Hillsboro, and enjoying this time tremendously with Nikki Meets the Hibachi. Bob, people know how to get on WHUPFM.org to listen to the shows, but there are other ways to tune in.
That's right. During this hour of live broadcast, we're also a television station, so you can watch the live stream, and you can watch the live stream on any of your favorite live stream services, and your favorite live streaming services are Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. You can find us on all three of those at WHUP Pass the Hat, at WHUP Pass the Hat on all three. Twitch keeps the streams for 2 weeks, so it's really made for watching the live that's happening right now. YouTube and Facebook, of course, keep them forever. So you can watch the live stream right now, and you should watch the live stream right now. But then afterwards, you can also go back and see an archive of many years of these live streams. And they're a veritable who's who of Triangle musicians, and they're all fantastic. You should go and watch them.
I think over 500, probably pushing 600
Yeah.
at least. Elaine, if you would kindly hold up that cardboard colored box right in front of you,
yes.
while Bob will tell us about our wonderful Hour 2 sponsor.
Oh, that is right. Support for this second hour of Pass the Hat is sweetly provided by Matthews Chocolates, 104 North Churton Street, Hillsboro, North Carolina, the finest in chocolate and chocolate accessories for all of your chocolate needs. And let's face it, we all
have chocolate needs.
Every guest on Pass the Hat gets a gift of chocolate from Matthews. This is a half-pound box of chocolate just for you guys.
We're
We don't know
excited.
what's in it except deliciousness. And Elaine, didn't you just recently have a birthday?
I did.
We both
Happy
did.
birthday.
Thank
You
you.
both
Thank
did.
you.
Happy birthday
And
to
you.
and
Yeah, and
happy
you.
birthday to everybody in this room.
I know, right?
I had tried to book you guys for my birthday show, but I failed. So thank you for being able to make it for this show.
Yes.
We are.
Thank
we
you
are
for having
very
us.
happy.
It is. You guys are just truly wonderful. You're the nicest people I know, and you guys sound so good together.
Thank
Let's have gear time for just a moment before we hear more music. Elaine, is that an Alvarez that you're playing?
It is.
It's big and beautiful, and
is.
it's got a
Thank
nice,
you.
big, beautiful sound too.
Yeah. So this was my first real guitar after John and I had been playing together for about a
And
year.
you're pointing at a blemish.
No, that's actually, so this is a handmade. So it's a Yari, and so that's his signature
Oh,
right
that's
there.
the signature.
Cool.
Yeah.
I can't see it quite in the light.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
about that?
So this guitar is, 35, 6, 7, 8 years old, something crazy like
Nice.
that.
Just breaking it in.
And this
Yes.
went everywhere. This was the only guitar I had for the longest time, and I love this guitar. I used to go visit at the Music Loft.
Yeah.
I used to go when I found it. You can't really see, but I'll show you the back. Is this flame maple?
Wow.
And when I saw that, I was like, oh, I have to have this guitar. And it was way out of my reach as a college student who was working at the Carolina coffee shop washing dishes on the side. so I saved up my money forever, and then I took my mom to meet the guitar because every time I went in, I was like, "Please don't be gone, please don't be gone," and my mom helped make up the difference, and
Thanks,
so I
Mom.
was able. Thanks, Mom. Yep. So we were reading Don Quixote in our comp lit class, which is one of the ways that we connected on campus, and so I named her Dulcinea.
Nice.
Because I was tilting at windmills for a long time before I could, yeah. But anyway, yep. So she has recently been, I had her to a luthier to get her all kind of, after 35 years of wear and tear, just the frets and all that. So she's in real good shape, except for, I'm going to have to replace the pickup in there, but.
One of these days. But
Yeah.
Dulcinea sounds fantastic. I
Thanks.
was
I
looking
love
at
her.
our mic placement, which is not ideal, and I looked over at Kim and says, "Does it sound okay in your headphones?" And she said, "It sounds fantastic."
Oh, good. Yeah, this big body, it really does resonate really well.
and John is playing through an amp, and Dulcinea keeps up with the amp just fine. And John, that's a Fender Acoustasonic.
Yeah, this is the latest of their Acoustasonic series. It's called a Highway. It's part of the Highway series. It's a Dreadnought version. It's slightly more acoustic than the original line. I have this teleacoustic that I've been using a lot, and I got this one because I wanted to have a guitar that I could play out, and I could leave one in open tunings and one in standard. So the Telecaster teleacoustic stays in standard tuning, and this one stays in all kinds of weird detunings.
No, every guitarist out there is nodding right now, saying, "Yeah, I need a guitar for every tuning I play in."
Well, I definitely couldn't do that. This one, I do a lot of tunings. I do a lot of variation in the top three strings, but DAD, starting with DAD, is kind of like home base, and then the other things get weirder.
I feel like people could be acoustasonic. Like, I could look at my students, stop being acoustasonic right now. I'm anyway, noted.
That sounds like the sound of just a middle school.
It does. Thank
It's
you for that.
Acoustasonic.
There you go.
My students have a new word to learn.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, gear
One
time
of the
is
nice
over.
things about that, though, is that he brings both when we gig now, which means it's far less time that we have to spend between songs tuning. And,
Yeah.
Right.
and we have a little more flexibility with the set list because, we don't have to, group certain songs together
For the
all the
tuning,
time
right.
for the tuning. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. So it's freed us up to be able to do,
I can just go back and forth between standard and alternate
yeah.
whenever I want to. All of these songs, though, are in open tuning, which is why I'm using this one the whole time. Even though the majority of them were not written that way.
Right.
So when you were asking about songwriting stuff, I think in the last month or two, we've done a lot of sort of looking back at some of our older songs, and at least from my guitar point of reference, I've been changing things around a lot.
Yeah.
It's nice to have that catalog to look back on and say, "Well, what if I played it like this now?"
Yeah,
It
yeah,
becomes
yeah.
a different
It's
song,
been pretty
right?
amazing to watch the wheels turn and when he's figuring that stuff
Right.
out. And Kirk, you were saying, now that we're, now that I'm home and yeah, we are gigging more, but we're also getting together, roughly, maybe three times a month,
Yeah.
That's great.
roughly once a week, just to play, and that's really good. It's just good to be able to do that again.
Absolutely.
Because it's been a lot of years since that was even an option. So
Yeah,
we've
we were
been-
just rehearsing so that we didn't embarrass ourselves performing
Right.
before, and now it's like
Can't imagine that would
there could
ever be the
other
case.
goals.
Oh, you would be surprised.
Well, what have you got next? And don't break the amp.
Still works.
Still alive.
Yep. Sounds
Yeah.
like it still works. All right, let me get a little swig of something to drink here because I'm singing this one. This is one of mine. We've recorded it, but we haven't released it, right?
Right.
Did we release
Yeah.
it? No.
This
Yeah.
is one that we did Matthew sing on this one?
Not on this one.
Not on this song. okay.
Yeah, yeah. But it's from that same sort of era. So the song is called Right Moment. Just refreshing my brain here. Sitting on a fence,
gripped it so tight,
waiting for the right moment. A few years later, she's fathoms away from that first plunge, waiting on no one. She packed a suitcase, walked out the back door one more time. Another journey has just begun. To all her might, to let go what she wanted. She gripped it so tight, waiting for the right moment.
It
Very
just
nice.
keeps getting better.
John, you mentioned that you're doing some revamping of original songs that you had done in the past. I've tried that to different levels of success. Some occasionally, it goes to a real nice new place, and more often than not, for me, I just wreck that thing that was just fine. So how do you know?
How do you do it right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're not, we maybe aren't taking as many risks as you are, because we aren't really rewriting the songs. I'm just revamping what my guitar part was.
So is the chord of like the leads, you mean, and things like that?
Well, there were the lion's share and Running in My Sleep. The first two songs had some lead things that I had to kind of make sure I could still play, because the fingerings are a little bit different.
Or a variation of it
Yeah.
that sounded kind of similar, yeah.
Yeah, but mostly it's just different chord voicings that I'm using. But that sometimes really pushes things in a different direction.
Yeah.
You just all of a sudden hear things slightly differently.
Yeah, like we sing Rumors completely differently now that you've done that.
Yeah,
And
there's something about.
There's something, yeah.
So your phrasing changes or your harmonies change or what?
Harmonies don't change. The phrasing changes a little, and then just sort of the whole, like, how it sort of builds up at the end. We never really used to do that, but it
Yeah.
really works with the
The
texture of
crescendos.
guitars. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those are nice.
These guitars are such, because they're hybrid, electric, acoustic kind of things, and they just sort of push you in a slightly different direction than a typical acoustic does, and it's a direction that I've been happy to go in lately. And so, yeah, so maybe not like if we put the bridge in a new place or rewrote the chorus, that would definitely be messing around with some
That's
things.
And I'm not
dangerous
sure-
ground.
Those
Yeah.
are big
Yeah, and
tweaks.
I'm not sure the people who come to hear us would be all that interested in us, like, doing something completely different.
Oh, I bet they would love to
Like
hear,
Dylan going
dance
electric.
Yeah,
versions
they
of-
booed Dylan there.
And also,
Yeah.
don't
Dance
believe
version
Kirk
of Blue
Ridge
Sky.
when he tells you he has such a hard time refactoring his songs. Kirk Ridge was our guest last week.
Oh,
Yes, I
And
heard some of that.
Kurt's been for several years now doing the singer-songwriter thing when he had been leading bands for a long time, and so the singer-songwriter thing was something new, and now he's back into the band business, and the band playing these songs written as a singer-songwriter they're different songs.
well, it was really fun last
they're
week, and we
fantastic.
appreciate that. And we're going to add Barry Gray on cajon, so we have
Oh, nice.
have a little rhythm and play in the Yonder October show with that
Nice.
ensemble, and look forward to seeing how that might develop down the line.
Nice.
Very, very nice.
Very good.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, you're in our living room. Can you play us some more house concert?
We can. I'm going to just double check this tuning here if you don't mind. I know that's not the most fun thing to listen to, but
This is only the second time that's ever happened on Pass the Hat.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure nobody ever does that, right?
Tuning? We don't need no
No.
stinking tuning.
We don't need no stinking tuning.
But I'm the only one playing guitar on this one.
That's right. So there's no
it
cover.
really does need to be in tune.
Yeah. So we thank y'all so much for having us. Oh, and look, the sun's out.
Woohoo! Finally.
Yeah. So this was the last one that we prepared. We could always do more because we have been playing together a number of years.
we might do you do requests? We like throw out Wagon Wheel. You guys will play it.
Oh, right. Yeah. If we knew it,
Yeah,
I don't know that
I
one.
think I think everyone knows the chorus. I don't know any
Yeah.
of the verses. Though.
Well, we have time for this one and probably two more. So you can
Oh.
think about where you might be going. Or you can just do this one and jam your brains out.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
It's your show. You can really do what you want. We have a playlist from you that is for the last half hour of the show.
Okay.
That's
And
right.
we can just do a little bit extra playlist if we need to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever you want to
let's-
do.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right. So this one's called No Promises. And it was one of the, I think it might have been the very first song that I wrote when I was experimenting with dropping tuning on some of my strings. But it wasn't quite all the way there. So it's E, A, D, G, A, D. So it's kind of just two strings different. Anyway, it's called No Promises. I don't know if anybody wants to know about alternate tunings. I could sit and talk all day about it.
Yes,
Oh,
and
Are,
capos,
are there any
apparently.
cool comments that we? I know that Sid and Mary and Michael.
Well, somebody says the lesbian songbook sounds amazing.
It
And
is.
Laura
Matthew
Jane Vincent
Brookshire,
says y'all
check
are
him
sounding
out.
great. So
Thank you.
Thank you.
there are a fair number of those comments of yay, hurrah, you guys are doing great.
Cool.
And you can read those after you watch the video later.
Okay, absolutely. And I'm going to try to not step on my tail.
You know, I
here.
don't want to. I hate watching myself, so
Yeah,
Take
I can
your word for
understand
it.
that would be painful. I hate listening to myself.
right.
Yeah. This is a song that I could not have written when I was 18.
No.
It just doesn't. I think if you listen to the lyrics, you'll figure it out. It's definitely a middle-aged song. Was a terrible night when we both realized the ship we were on was sinking over here. I was vicious and cruel, wanted so much just to hurt you, robbing me of everything that I held so dear. So much a part of our teens, trying to turn every real thing into something that looks like our dreams. Some say it's fate and some say that we're free. Who has the power to say what will be? We're steering a course barely can see. No promises, no guarantees. But it plans to be widow at 43. No one asked permission to be gone. You can handle it well. You can let it drag you down to hell. Just make it up as we go along. So much a part of our grief, trying to turn every fragile thing into a dream of security. Some say it's fate and some say that we're free. Who has the power to say what will be? We're steering a course we barely can see. No promises, no guarantees. I meant it all and more. I couldn't be more sure. Every step of our future was so carefully mapped. We didn't see the storm in the horizon as it formed. Were our plans a lifeline or a trap? Some say it's fate and some say that we're free. Who has the power to say what will be? We're steering a course we barely can see. No promises, no guarantees. Some say it's fate and some say that we're free. Who has the power to say what will be? We're steering a course we barely can see. No promises, no guarantees.
Oh, good. And by the way, Rhonda Herring Hefner says, I want to know about alternative tunings.
Oh, Rhonda!
Hey,
So-
Rhonda, girl.
Rhonda, I met around the same time I met Elaine.
Same, yeah.
Yeah, same time, like my freshman year of college.
Aha.
She's yeah.
So do you
Oh my
have any
gosh.
stories of alternative tunings? Any songs you have transcribed from one tuning to another that were particularly uplifting or difficult or anything?
Wow, that's a hard question to answer. Like I tend to write in open tuning, so like I might do something a little strange, and then figuring out how it works is part of what drives the songwriting process.
Right.
Like I realize that a lot of like I'm kind of a self-taught guitarist, even though I took bass lessons as a teenager, and it was during the '80s when I was falling in love with REM and Peter Buck's very arpeggiated guitar style that I sort of picked the guitar back up. And one of the things that Peter Buck often does is he just takes like traditional chords and then just plays them in funny places. I think everybody's probably taken a D chord and moved it up the neck to see where it actually sounds good.
Right.
And sometimes where it doesn't sound good is kind of cool too. And that was my approach to learning how to play the guitar, was just trial and error. And
So you get that form in your left hand and just move around and see what works for you.
yeah. And open tunings, it's like I'm 14 again, trying to figure that stuff out, and that's a really great spot for creativity. You know?
Some parts of me want to be 14 again. Other parts, not so much.
Oh yeah. I mean, hygiene is much improved.
Amen,
Much
brother.
improved. Yeah.
Well, we do have a few more minutes. You guys are totally out of songs, right?
Well, we could do open invitation.
Yeah, let's do that.
But this isn't open. Why don't we switch places and I'll play your guitar?
Yes. Pardon us.
This is kind of weird. But
Musical chairs here in the studio. This is how versatile these two are.
You'll be all right.
They can play either on the left side or the right side. It's amazing.
I'll switch it up so people can see different sides of our faces.
There
and
you go.
whatnot. I didn't even realize that's okay. Gotcha.
yeah, so we were thinking, because usually we just chat on and on and on, and this time it's like, whoa, business.
Well, sometimes the music is so good, we don't want to talk. We just want to listen.
So it's kind of weird that we're doing two one guitar songs in a row, but I haven't played this guitar in ages, Elaine.
I
It's
know,
really
right?
Sweet.
So how's that capo working out for you?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, it's great.
Thanks again.
Yes.
If you're in Chapel Hill and you're hearing this, go to the cave and see Ramona and the
And the Holy Smokes.
Holy Smokes at the cave, and just know that you are patronizing or you're supporting a very generous soul who helped out a band that probably only knows 2 songs without capos,
Correct.
like out of 35 years playing together.
Thanks for bailing us out.
Yeah, thank you. This is called Open Invitation. it doesn't get much better than this. Singing along with some ridiculous song, and we're eating things that might kill human beings. However we die, I know I have arrived at this open invitation to all the places that we usually hide. And in my imagination, saw that we could be friends for life. But it's hard to begin to go out on a limb, 'cause when you look down, it's a long way to the ground. And I kept my eyes closed a long time, I suppose. Now you're calling to me, come on out of this tree. There's an open invitation to all the places that we usually hide. And in my imagination, I saw that we could be friends for life. Friends for life. Friends for life. There's an open invitation to all the places that we usually hide. And in my imagination, saw that we could be friends for life. Because it doesn't get much better than this.
Yay. Y'all have been listening to Nikki Meets the Hibachi live here in the studio. Find them at on Facebook.
On Facebook,
at
yeah,
Nikki Meets
yeah,
the
yeah.
Hibachi. And
We'll get a webpage eventually, but we haven't done that yet.
yeah, Facebook works for most people.
Yeah.
And find all the places they're playing coming up soon.
Yes.
House.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember the rest because
Beer and Banjos.
Beer
Is
and
that
Banjos
Fort
twice.
Wayne?
And
Beer
then
and
the Cradle.
Banjos.
Yeah.
And the Cat's Cradle, yeah.
Yeah. So stalk these guys. You want to hear all of this music. You guys, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
hosting us. You
It was
guys are
great
such
fun.
a treat and a delight to talk to.
And you don't get to leave yet because this last half hour of the show is a playlist that you guys brought in. It just means it's time for us to end the live stream. So folks on the live stream, we are going to end the live stream. You don't have to stop listening. You just have to change the venue. Go out to WHUPFM.org and continue to stream the rest of the music that Nikki Meets the Hibachi has brought in for us.
Do we talk about the songs at all, or is it just
Yes,
play?
you have to talk about the song.
Okay,
Oh,
cool,
goodness.
cool.
Okay.
So wave goodbye
Thanks.
to the live stream.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us, guys.